What's up, duelists? I'm back. I took a day off to work on some of the summit stuff. I was also out of town prepping some stuff, but now I'm back. I'm back. Speaking of the summit thing that I'm trying to do, I need to work out the details of it, but it is going to happen on July 8th. The details should be announced by the end of this week, like the full compendium itinerary sort of thing. It is going to cost me a fair bit of money if you guys want to help out and contribute to the summit event on July 8th. You can donate. There's a link at the very beginning of the description of this video where you can donate money, and all money going to that link is going to go towards the summit event basically in July. Much appreciated. So far, a bunch of people have donated. I think there's like $135 that people have donated, which is really cool. It's actually going a long way. That's pretty much like one of the cameras I need to buy. So, that goes a long way to helping out. So thanks to you guys who have donated so far. And if you guys want to keep donating, please. It would help put on a really cool show for you guys. Okay, the deck I'm playing today is actually a really cool one. It's kind of like a plant stun deck where you have a lot of beat sticks and you look to abuse the synergies in some of the cooler plant cards like Miracle Fertilizer and Mark of the Rose. The deck has a few other little synergistic moments where you can find Lone Fire and recur it with Limit Reverse in order to summon out powerful cards from your deck. You can also use Gravy Rose to sort of reverse toolbox your Lone Fire, which gets you access to your whole deck except Cactus Bouncer and Sangan. Of course, you are a little Monster Light, which can be a problem with this deck. There just aren't that many good plant monsters. The only way I could really increase the amount of monsters is if I start adding things like, I don't know, fucking Cephalo, whatever, this guy. And this card sucks. I don't want to play this card. The other cards in here, like Gravy Rose, this is a good card. Foolish Burial every turn is a good card. Botanical Lion, huge beat stick, can't be brain controlled, can't be mind controlled, good card. Cactus Bouncer, fucking locks a special summons out of your opponent, good card. Lone Fire Dandy, of course, amazing. Gigaplant Titanial. Gigantic Guy, this card is bad. I might need to add one just to increase the plant count because it is a little light. You can't bring back Cactus Bouncer with Miracle Fertilizer, so if you think about it that way, it's like there's only really 13 targets for Miracle Fertilizer, which isn't that few, but it's not that many either. It's all right. But yeah, they might need one more monster in the list. The trap card lineup is very, very stacked. I want to play this kind of like an aggro stun deck where I'm just setting a bunch of back row and then I have one or two dudes and I can pressure my opponent with my large statted monsters. The back row, most of them are chainable. I am trying out Karma Cut over Regeki Break today. I think Regeki Break is generally better. We're going to see how good it is. In the sideboard, I've got triple Kaiku to hate out graveyard stuff. I'm also trying out a Prime Material Dragon. The Prime Material Dragon is there for burn. I've played against a couple burn strategies recently, and I just kind of want to have an extra card for burn. I've got Brain Control and Puppet Plant. These are going to come in with the Prime Material in some matchups where there's a lot of destruction as well. Prime Material couples pretty well with Titanial in that you can run over an absolute zero if you have Titanial Prime Material and then negate it with Prime Material and whatnot. Or you could also set up Prime Material Black Garden, which is a very dangerous lock because it's hard to out this card. Once it's in play, it's hard to out it, and one of the few ways you can out it is by battle. With Black Garden up, it's near unkillable. One card I would like to fit in is Book of Moon. Unfortunately, it doesn't really fit in the sort of deck that we've got here. It could fit over the Karma Cuts again, but I do want to try them. It could also fit over the Deep Prisons, but I want to try those too. Book of Moon's also kind of a hard -1 in a deck where we're already playing a lot of hard -1s. So, I do want to try it in this deck though. I think it'd be really good. We've got 7 tools. There aren't very many floodgates that actually hurt this deck. I normally don't like 7 tools if you're weak to floodgates because if your opponent's able to resolve a floodgate, 7 tools looks kind of silly against the face-up floodgate, in which case you'd just rather have more Dust Tornadoes. But this deck isn't weak to floodgates, so you can kind of just 7 tools the trap cards that matter and ignore the floodgates and go from there, pretty much. Extra deck doesn't really come up outside of the Chimera Text and the Stardust because you have no tuners. So, straightforward deck. We're going to go ahead and try and get a game with it. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure and subscribe. Click that button. Click the little red button. Makes me happy. Edison format. Go ahead and host. This format's great. What have you guys been playing lately? I've been thinking about a lot of different decks that I haven't seen anyone using. Literally anyone using. But it's weird because I feel like there's so many decks, there's so much potential, and people still just want to keep playing like the same like 3 decks. It's just crazy. This is such a diverse format. Anything can win, and people just want to play the same 3 decks, which is wild. I've been seeing a lot of rock. Yeah, I think it's rock meta. Out of the last like 10 that I've played, 9 of them were rock, which is crazy. So good luck, have fun to the opponent. We're going to go ahead and draw Call of the Haunted. That's pretty good. Opening hand is pretty good. I like it. I'm going to go summon Gravy Rose, set Karma Cut, set Call, and face will reveal Dandelion. We've got a pretty great hand, actually. If this sticks around, which it might not, but if it does, we'll get a Foolish, either Lone Fire or Dandy. Depending on what we really want, it might end up being Lone Fire just because of our hand. Oh, we actually got access to Lone Fire, so in that case, we are going to send Dandelion. And I'm going to showcase a little bit of the strength of this deck when you do get to resolve this effect. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. It's kind of insane, if I'm not going to lie. We're going to go Lone Fire, normal, activate the effect, sacrifice the token, go special summon a plant monster from our deck. Most likely going to grab the other Lone Fire here, just to get them both out here. And then this one's going to activate and sacrifice this token. This is going to go get us Titanium. And now we have a great board. It's just a great board. We could have utilized either of our trap cards, but I think saving them is also fine. We'll attack the set monster with Gravy Rose. It's Raikou. We'll see if they want to mill only. They want to mill only. They milled Plague, Gores, and mill one more. I gotta mill one more. Raikou's mill 3. Anyway, while the opponent's taking forever to mill the last card off Raikou, I'm going to go ahead and do some plugging. In the description below, there is an invite to 2 different Discords, the Format Library Discord and the EdisonFormat.com Discord. Most of you guys already watching this have already joined the Discords, but they've introduced a cool new rated pool in the not Edison format, the FL Edison Discord. So if you want to play against someone who randomly gets paired, kind of like what the Dueling Book Ranked was supposed to be, if we had ever gotten it, you know, they've instituted it there. Oh, Phantom of Chaos is a new one. It's kind of cool. Wow, that was a nice little win for us. Nice little win for us. Wow, Kaiku's gonna be insane. This guy's great. This guy's gonna be really good. What else did we see? We saw Raikou. I like Knock. I don't think they play a lot of back row. I'm going to be real. I don't think they play a lot of back row. I'm going to cut Space Typhoon. I'm also probably going to cut... Not sure what else. Cactus Bouncer seems okay. This might not be a Black Garden matchup. We might not be trying to weaken our opponent's monsters. Their monsters looked... From the ones we saw, it was like Plague, Gores, Phantom. I don't really like Black Garden in this matchup. I'm going to be real. Deep Prison, not the best. I don't think we're going to be getting attacked that much. I think we just want to pressure the opponent and go from there. Maybe this is all wrong. Maybe we also need Bottomless or something. Maybe Deep Prison is still okay. You never really know. You know? You never really know. But I just want something that's going to interact with Phantom of Chaos. So that's why I have all the other traps. Oh, I should have cut Dust Tornado too. Ew. I'm not thinking straight. I should have cut Dust Tornado. I probably would have cut that for Bottomless. Opening hand sucks, but we've got Dust Shoot, so could be worse. Recharge. They managed to draw both Recharge and a Light Storm in this game. Nice. They milled Heavy Storm. Perfect. They also found Lila. They're going to mill Lightning Vortex, must have been a side card, and a Mirror Force, which also must have been a side card. We drew Kaiku, which is insane in this matchup. But I'm scared of Honest. However, that being said, we have Call of the Haunted, so, I mean, if the Kaiku dies, then we just call it back. Wow. Stop the count. That's a little annoying. Kind Because this game wasn't over. I was just going to banish your 2 monsters and set 4 cards and then dust shoot you and karma cut your next summon and then call the Haunt of the Gigaplant and then OTK on the next turn when I draw Titanial. Okay, the game was over. Never mind. Game's over. Okay, next game. That's why you play Kaiku in this deck. Because it's like, the deck is kind of built to get in those attacks. You know, you've got 3 Mark of the Rose. You've got a lot of like 1900 beaters to bait out the fucking bottomless or like trade with the Raikos and whatnot. So it's built to get in attacks, I feel like. We're going to say good luck, have fun to the opponent. I'm going to pick paper again. Like I said, everyone picks rock against me. I don't know what it is. I pick scissors a lot in my videos, but lately people just, you know, they just pick rock against me because they think I pick scissors, but they're just wrong. You know what I'm saying? They're just wrong. Opening hand is great. We could start with Lone Fire into Gigaplant, and then we could set 3. Or we could start with Gravirose, reveal Lone Fire. Or we could go Lone Fire into Titanial, set 3. All of these are fine options. I think the best option is actually Gravirose, set 3. The reason being, I want to get a Dandelion in my graveyard, more or less. End phase, we reveal Lone Fire. Next turn, we'll send Dandelion, and then we'll go up +2, more or less. We'll sack the token, go get Titanial, and then just have a really good board. This is a fun deck. This is a really fun deck. I have a good time playing decks like this. They just feel kind of nice, especially when you're going first. This deck going second, like, this would have been a tough hand going second. No cap. But going first, I think it's fine. I also like how a lot of these cards play into the metagame. Okay, there's Lone Fire. That's going to activate. That's fine. Opponent's going to get... It's either got to be Gigaplant or Titanial. Either way, we've got Deep Prison, so we're going to get to untap with our abilities. This deck would be a lot better if Solemn was at 3. I know it was much better in like previous formats. Oh, only 1 Lone Fire. Summon is okay. So we've got a Plants Mirror Match. I am going to activate Deep Prison. They can tribute to negate if they want to, or they could let it get banished. Okay, if they were going to let it get banished, I was thinking maybe it's the Volcanic Burn deck that plays like DDR to bring back Titanial. But they didn't let it get banished, so here we are. Back row could be Torrential. That's something we'd have to think about. Draw phase, standby phase, activate Gravirose. It's going to send Dandelion. Dandelion's going to activate. We're going to get 2 tokens. And then we'll move to the main phase. Blind Typhooning is kind of silly. They could have bottomless, but we have multiple Titanials. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to summon Lone Fire, activate the effect, tribute the token. Ooh, it could be Mirror Force too. That'd be really annoying. In the case of Mirror Force, is it better to get Bot Lion? How strong is Bot Lion? He gains 1200, so he goes to 28. He's about as strong as Titanial. I think we'll just grab Titanial. Make it pretty straightforward. And then we could switch the Gravirose. We could just Typhon in the back row. I think what we will do is we will Typhon in the back row. Now, because Titanial's in play, so if it is Typhon, we can tribute the token to negate it. Nice. Okay, we were managed to get rid of the Trap Dust Shoot. Because they set that and it was dead, I'm pretty sure they don't have Gores, so I'm going to attack with everything. Even if they do have Gores, we can Karma Cut the token. I'd rather not do that, but we can do that, basically. This is going to be a lot of damage. I think this is 5,200. 1,900 there, and then 2,800 here. And the opponent's just at risk, you know? They're just at risk. End phase, I'll reveal the second Lone Fire, and then pass the turn. Ideally, I would like to not have to Karma Cut here, but if we have to, we have to, you know? Gravirose can also send Sangan to the graveyard, which can come up with like Call of the Haunted and Limit Reverse as well. Something I got to keep in mind. We know they have a second Lone Fire. Otherwise, they would have gone double Lone Fire. Either that or they're not playing a deck where, like, Lone Fire's all that good. Okay, interesting. Standby phase, I'm going to use Gravirose to send the Sangan now, basically, because I want to get that out of my deck. There goes Sangan. He only has one more target, which is Dandelion, so at this point, it's just a dead card. Main phase 1, we can activate Lone Fire, sacrifice itself, go get Gigaplant, normal summon Gigaplant, activate Gigaplant's effect, special summon back out Lone Fire effect, sack the token, go get the second Titanial, and win the game. That's the plan. Battle phase, we'll attack the set monster with Gigaplant, Dandelion. They drew multiple Dandelions with Foolish Burial. Yeah, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. That was a great draw from us. We were able to go first. We were able to have the right trap cards to interact. And we were able to find Lone Fire plus resolve a Gravity-Rose effect. Truly. That's part of the reason why we're not playing Foolish Burial. We're playing this guy instead. In the sideboard, though, this matchup can get a little tricky. I do like Nobleman. I do like Nobleman a lot here. I do also like Cyber Dragon to a degree as a way to just summon things. I don't like Black Garden in this matchup. So we're going to swap Nobleman for Black Garden. I do like Kaiku, actually, because if we're able to force through some stuff, like let's say we're able to force through an attack, we can banish our graveyard and keep them off Avarice for a very long time. Kaiku also prevents them from crowing us if we want to go for like Miracle Fertilizer shenanigans. I think it's important to have a little bit less reanimation in the post board. So I'm going to cut Limit Reverse. I also don't love Deep Prison in this matchup. It's not bad. It's just not good. Especially going second, it's a little bit awkward. Karma Cut, also a little bit awkward. But it vanishes. I think I'm going to cut one Karma Cut. I'm going to bring in a Kaiku and a Cyber Dragon. I might even want to bring in the Prime Material here. And the Dust Tornado to have more chainable stuff. Dust Tornado might make more sense than Deep Prison, because it's chainable. But Deep Prison outs the stupid Drill Warrior, which is a problem. Bottomless is also good, because it stops Drill Warrior. It's just, I like having chainable stuff to the fucking Raikos. Maybe we'll go ahead and cut Call of the Haunted as well, and we'll add Dust Tornado. And then we'll add in Kaiku over a Gravity-Rose. Although Gravity-Rose gets over Hamster. That is a little bit better. And it's a plant. I think we need to keep our plant count high. This is a really messy sideboarding situation. I'm sure there's some other stuff like True Nade, which isn't the best now that we've sided out those things. This looks a little bit more accurate to how we want to play the matchup. I'm going to lean heavily into Cactus Bouncer if we can try to figure out a way to set that up. Cactus Bouncer I feel like is going to be good in this matchup. Because if they have a plant token in play, like let's say from the quick draw, Dandelion, and they banish their drill, and then we summon Cactus Bouncer, we can pass, and it locks their Drill Warrior out, basically. So that's kind of where we want to be. Just set a back row and pass. We drew Dandelion, which is actually a really good draw. I think I want to hold both of my monsters, or I want to set into Torrential. I could also summon Dandelion and start attacking. I think that's kind of okay. Let's get in 300 points of damage. The extra damage can add up here and there. I'll set Torrential and pass. I don't need to set the Solemn quite yet. If their set card is Heavy Storm, that could be a little awkward for us. We get the Dandelion tokens. It makes our Cactus Bouncer very strong. But I do want to use the Torrential like in a proactive fashion before I'm forced to commit the Cactus Bouncer, basically. Or until I get to a position where like it shouldn't matter. Quick Draw effect activates. That's going to be okay. They're going to pitch Titanial. So it looks like they drew their Titanial. Unfortunate. And that's the way it goes, right? You play one Titanial, you draw it. You play two Titanials, you never draw it. I don't know why, but that's just... Statistically, it shouldn't add up that way, but realistically, that's the way it adds up. So here's the quick draw synchron. That's okay. Summon is okay. Think on DD Crow. If we torrential on the DD Crow, then just okay. Priority with drill. I'm gonna ask them priority with drill. If they priority banish, they would play around Book of Moon. But if they don't priority banish, yes. Okay, perfect. Okay. Chain. Torrential Tribute. So now they have to discard. This also plays around Starlight Road. So they will discard a card. And then all the monsters get sent, and then we get 2 tokens. And that was a big turn for us, I think. That was a big turn. Their Avarice is live, which is obviously awkward, but it's just a big turn for us, really. Now they have 2 back row. I'm much more comfortable setting my cards into 2 back row. I do want to get both Solemn and Dust Tornado down before we summon the Cactus Bouncer, because I want to have outs to both their things. Okay, there's Gravity Rose. Go main phase 1. I'll normal the Cactus Bouncer first and see if they want to stop this somehow. They're going to let it happen. Okay. I am going to Solemn the back row they use on this guy. Deprison. And then I will Solemn that. They're going to take 1800. We are not going to set anything further. We're just going to pass. We could set some bluffs, but I'd rather not. So they do have Deprison in. Interesting. They're going to set a monster. We're going to Dust Tornado now in case it's Trap Dust Shoot. It was Mirror Force. Nice. Okay, perfect. We draw for turn. Unfortunately, this little guy will die in the end phase. Might not be worth it to get the damage in quite yet. I think the answer is to knock. It's Sangan. Interesting. Okay. I think we'll go for 1800 now. Until we find a plant monster, I don't really want to spend this guy as just a burn spell. Like, yeah, 1900 would have been okay here, but it doesn't even increase our clock, really. We still need to hit at least one more time directly with the Cactus Bouncer either way. So there's a set monster. We have Wind Blast for that. And that ought to be the game, right? Just sack for Gigaplant, Wind Blast the set monster, and then 4200. That ought to do it. They can't stop this because they can't special summon, and the game's going to end. And this is the strength of the Tribal Plant deck. GG's. GG's. That's a tough matchup for Quick Draw, I feel, because Cactus Bouncer is really good. All right. How many games have we got so far? 2? Let's get a third. Let's get a third and then maybe a bonus match. I think that sounds pretty good. And that'll do it for today's video. I really like this deck. I think it's a lot of fun. It reminds me of, like, Chaos Warriors and GOAT. But the cards are cuter. Good luck. Have fun. Again, people are picking Rock against me. First guy in a while that's not picked Rock against me. But you know what? That's okay. We'll see how well the deck does to going second. Opponent's got 42 cards and 8 extra deck. Likes my vids. Thanks. I appreciate that. Opening hand is nice. We've got the combo. This is actually a deadly combo against a lot of different decks. He let me go first. I don't really get that. But we will go for the deadly combo. Here it is, and then we'll set, and pass. If they summon a monster, we special summon a plant. All of a sudden, nobody can special summon. That's the lock. The deadly combo. If they set a monster, then we're chilling, basically. Yep, there's a set monster. Why did they let us go first? That's a real question. End phase, I am in a Typhoon. I just don't want any of their cards to be chainable. What am I drawing for turn here? Why did he let us go first? Questionable moments. Let's attack. It might be Raikou. It's Pyramid Turtle. Okay. So that's gonna... The effect is good. We're gonna be able to special summon a token off of Black Garden. And then they'll be locked out of special summoning, which is big. Special summons the token in attack. Go ahead and set Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. If we find a plant, we can pitch it, then we can Mark of the Rose to kill the Reaper. Go ahead and pass. They are playing 42 card zombies with 8 cards in their extra deck. I don't really understand why. There's actually no reason to have 8 cards in your extra deck here. I think that's just a mistake in deck building. They're going to set another monster. Interesting. Karma Cut's a solid pickup against zombie decks. We'll go ahead and attack that with the Cactus Bouncer, whatever it is. Okay. Goblin Zombie, it's all good. They're going to get to search their deck. But I don't understand the point of playing these cards without having an extra deck. Like, that just... It just doesn't make sense to me. The only thing that would make sense is, like, if he's a budget player and he's playing on a budget and only owns 8 Synchro monsters. But that just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Zombie Master, an interesting one, but, again, it doesn't really do anything because I got Black Garden. So, I'll just get a token, your monster will be weak, and then I just run it over. So, here's Deep Sea Diva. No. I have plant plus bouncer. And Garden's going to activate. And we're going to get a token. Oh, but not get a token. No token, just head. Yeah. So the Diva's in play. Yeah, you don't have an extra deck, so like what are you doing? Like I don't know. This opponent doesn't really count. I'm gonna win game 1 and then probably just go play someone else. Dust Shoot, solid draw. We're gonna bouncer, run over the Diva. They're going to take 1,700, I believe. Yep. I'll set the Dust Shoot, too. I'll just, like, Dust Shoot their hand and get perfect info, and we'll try to win. They have Gardna. They have Wind Blast. Okay, Wind Blast is annoying. They have Return as well. I'll go ahead and take the Gardna. That card seems annoying. They've got Zombie Master, Goblin, Wind Blast, Return. Okay, Return doesn't do anything. Wind Blast can get hit with Solemn, and it doesn't have a good pitch, so it's going to be a 2-for-1. Yeah, I think we're set up to win. We just need to get rid of the Reaper at a point that's convenient for us, which is going to be probably the next turn. End phase, that's all good. There's a plant monster. That's kind of what I wanted to pitch here. Okay, what do we do? Karma Cut? It's either Karma Cut or Wind Blast, but I think it's better to use the Karma Cut now. Target Spirit Reaper. Now Mark of the Rose is also live as well. And then we'll go 800 and 1800. They will Wind Blast, and I will Solemn. No, they won't. Interesting. Okay. They must have Solemn of their own then, or maybe they're waiting for a good discard. I don't really know. Either way, we could even let them Wind Blast the Cactus Bouncer and then just get it live again somehow. Like hold the Solemn like for future whatever plays. Here's Zombie Master. This is gonna have that. So he becomes 900. This could attack over the token, but again, I'll just get another token the next time you summon a monster. So the lock stays established. I could also Mark of the Rose the Zombie Master if I wanted to. Miracle Fertilizer, that's kind of not the best one here. Let's just run over the dude. They're going to Wind Blast. What are they going to pitch here? Goblin Zombie. I will sell them this. They're going to take 900. And I think we're good to go as long as we Wind Blast one of their cards at some point. Mark plus Miracle Fertilizer should be lethal if they clear the Black Garden. Set monster. Let's see what we draw first. Another Mark of the Rose. Interesting. Alright, well, let's just fucking attack it. Pyramid Turtle. Effect is okay. They're going to get a zombie. We're going to get a token. I don't know what else they have left. They have Mizuki Plague. Okay. We're going to get a token. And then the token's going to attack over Plague. I think we're chilling. I'm going to set one of these, actually, to play around like M-Phase Typhon or something. I don't know what that card is. That card's a weird one. Kind of an anomaly. Okay. Lock is established. Let's go ahead and attack for 800, then 1800 again. Yeah, let's just pass. Fuck it. What could they do? What can they do? They can't return. We know about that. They can't bring back Plague. We know about that. Here's Heavy Storm. Interesting. Okay. That's okay, I think. That's just okay. There's Mizuki. Mizuki attacks the token. We take 900. But then we have Mark for game. Actually, it's better to do this because it plays around Battle Fader. GG. Okay, game 2. I'll play it out. Their deck seems competent enough. I mean, it's missing some cards, for sure. It's for sure missing some cards, but, you know, whatever. We'll play it out. I'm going to bring in these 5. I don't think anything else really needs to come in. Cactus Bouncer looked amazing. That's kind of the strength of this deck. With Black Garden and Cactus Bouncer, it's like a really annoying lock, actually, for a lot of people to deal with. I think D-Prison's a little bit mid. Starlight Road's a little bit mid. Probably going to cut Road. Fertilizer. It's just one of those matchups, you know? Trunade maybe goes. Let me reverse. D-Prism, I don't know. Torrential. I don't fucking know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't matter. This matchup's going to be really good. Either way. Zombie World could be annoying. Ooh, I didn't think about that. I might have wanted the extra Dust Tornado for Zombie World. Yeah, I didn't think about that one. Oh well. 7 tools is good. Passes the turn. Beautiful. Let's start with our worst card, which is Bot Lion. Let's just start with this. I'm happy taking that trade. I'm very happy taking that trade. I'll set 2 and I'll pass. If any one of these 3 sticks, the game's over. So, this trading for a bottomless when we want one of these to stick, fuck yeah, dude. Not the best draw. For sure not the best draw, but it is a draw we could have. Let's go ahead and Gravy Rose it. Well, hold up. There's some thinking here, actually. We could Wind Blast one of the back rows, but I don't like that. Let's try and trade Gravy Rose with one of the back rows. If Kaiku sticks, we should be able to win the game, but Let's try and trade this with one of the back rows. Nothing. Wow. Okay. End phase, I will reveal the Lone Fire because it's what we're most likely going to play. Interesting. None of the back rows getting used is a good sign, I think. Okay, there's Zombie World. They're going to end. That's a little bit what I was afraid of. However, we do have Phoenix Wing Wind Blast for it. So, we'll draw. See what we draw first. Standby phase. Activate the Gravy Rose. It's going to send Dandelion. Give us 2 free tokens. In phase 1. We can normal Sangan and just start pressing. The Zombie World's gonna be a problem at some point. We're gonna have to Wind Blast that at some point, for sure. But I don't think that point is right now. I think we can just summon Sangan and start swinging first. So there's 1,000. Mirror Force. I'm gonna let that happen, actually. And then I'm gonna go get the Sangan Search, which is gonna go find me an extra copy of Dandelion. I want to be able to discard the other Dandelion to my Wind Blast on their turn to get rid of the Zombie World. Actually, might even do it on my turn, depending on how they choose to sequence this move. It's been a really slow opening, but I think that favors our deck. I think it really favors our deck. Ooh, Phoenix Wing Wind Blast pitching. Gores targeting our Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. Happily activate in response, pitching our Dandelion, targeting their Zombie World. They pitch Gores. What a strange card to pitch. We're going to get 2 more tokens, which is pretty good. Why did they do that? I don't... That was a terrible play. I don't fucking understand that shit at all. Okay, sorry. Don't listen to me. Don't look at what we're doing here. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna Lone Fire, and of course at this point, God, I wish we could get Cactus Bouncer. That'd be so good. We can't, which sucks, but we're gonna go get Titanial, of course. Although Titanial Zombie World, that is a little annoying, isn't it? Huh. I guess we'll just swing with everything. Gores is gone, so what the fuck? I'm not afraid of anything. Trag doesn't do anything because it's smaller than Titanial. So yeah, I don't. Why do that there? Like, why do that at all? I don't get it. There's the Zombie World. Okay, that's fine. Now Titanial can't be activated because none of our monsters are plants. It is annoying. It is annoying. We have Black Garden, we have a Dust Tornado, we have a Space Typhoon. So we have some outs. It's just not the best. They're going to Book of Life Gores. Okay. What are they going to banish, though? Gravy Rose. Interesting. They're not going to banish either Dandelion or Sangan. Cool, I guess. This is going to hit over a Lone Fire. We're going to take 2,200. That's a big swing, for sure. It's a big swing. But that being said, we got 7 tools for that. We got a live Kaiku, and now there's the Dust Tornado for the Zombie World. I mean, this is just a wrap. Go ahead and Titanial attack. 100, and then 1,800 directly from Kaiku. And we'll banish their Gores. And then we'll set the Dust and pass. I mentioned in the deck tech that not a lot of floodgates hurt this deck. This card does hurt this deck. This is one of the floodgates that does hurt this deck for sure. And you can see right here why I don't like 7 Tools of the Bandit against effective floodgates. It's awkward. You'd rather have Dust Tornado almost all of the time. Even earlier when they had the Wind Blast, I almost would have rather had Dust Tornado because it's just like, it's just better, I guess. All right, we're going to draw Miracle Fertilizer. That's pretty fucking good. Let's go ahead and Dust Tornado the Zombie World so we can actually play the game. Then we'll use Lone Fire, activate, tribute a token, special summon out the Gigaplant, most likely. It's either that or Botanical Lion. Now let's grab Gigaplant. That seems good. And then we'll just attack with things. It's likely it's a Pyramid Turtle or a Spirit Reaper. But, I mean, our position is so good. It's like, oh, they're just dead. Okay, never mind then. GG's. GG's. Fill out your extra deck, Secret Legend. Fill out your extra deck. Even if you don't have the cards in real life. Me too. Me too. Even if you don't have the cards in real life, definitely practice like you're going to perform, right? Like if you were going to go to an extra deck, in the future, fill out your extra deck. No reason to not have the full 15. Those are my pieces of advice. Yeah. There's especially in the synchro deck. Definitely have the synchro monsters. All right, we're gonna get one more game against Yell. No, just kidding. We're gonna watch Yell because he just started his game. Or did he quit? No. Hopefully he didn't quit. Would have liked to play. Let's watch Raonic versus DM3. This is the bonus match. You guys like the bonus matches. Oh, Raunic's up a game, but he's in a weird spot. Why is there an Elfin the Raven in play? I guess Raonic wins the match. Never mind. We're going to get a different bonus match. Fuck that shit. Why was there an Elfin the Raven in play? Why do people play that shit? and there was an Illblood in the Grave and an Elfin the Raven in play. And I just don't fucking understand what that even means. Who else is playing? Oh, it looks like Yell is playing. This could be a brand new match. So it looks like Guido gold sarked for Future Fusion after trading in a Dark Horus. Ooh, Dark Refer pitch malicious. This is scary. This is actually a scary start. Could make Stardust here, or could do nothing. So I'm saying, could do nothing. Wow, they're going to go down to 4 cards to make a turn 1 Stardust. Normally I don't condone this type of behavior. Normally I don't, but if you're playing these types of wacky decks, you kind of got to do what you got to do, you know? Got to do what you got to do. I wonder what Yell is on. He's on 43 cards with 15 card extra deck. That's not optimal. But maybe he just wanted to play a bunch of good shit, so we'll see. If it's gadgets or something, he just needed the space. Turn 1 Stardust Dragon from Guido. Stardust Dragon's not that threatening, but it is protecting 2 back row. Interesting. It looks like Guido is playing a fucking Norlaris deck, so I don't understand why you'd want to... I guess it doesn't really make a difference to commit the cards to the field, but, like, it's only, like, stupid in the face of, like, specifically card destruction, I guess, off the top. And you know what you're drawing because you stacked the Plague. Oh, no, you shuffled it away. Never mind. Wow, looks like Yell's playing the Skull Servant deck. This is kind of sick. Yell 24 is a powerful duelist, I must say. Yell's got some stuff. That explains the 43 cards as well. Don't want to draw Skull Servant that often, but you do want to have enough engine cards like Dark Refer and the Lightsworn stuff to be able to play the game. Looks like Chaos Sorcerer is coming down. Unfortunately, forced to banish the Lightsworn and the Skull Servant, 2 high impact cards. In this matchup, you generally want to summon Chaos Sorcerer in attack position. Wow, turn 1 Stardust Solemn from Guido. That's pretty big. Banishing the Skull Servant too is a little awkward because it puts you 1 Skull Servant further from having a 3000 Skull Servant, which beats over these Stardust Dragons. Also, if you had the recharge, you should have played it before the Chaos Sorcerer, unless you were baiting Solemn specifically. In which case, Yell 24 is even more 5-head than I thought. My God, what a mill. That was beautiful. Hits Wolf. Wolf's going to be able to clear the Greffer. And now all of a sudden, Guido's start is looking very anemic. Even Future Fusion, if you think about it this way, I mean, Gold Sark is 2 turns. Future Fusion's another 2 turns. So it's a 4-turn play to Gold Sark for Future Fusion. Doesn't look like you really had the resources to hold up a position against that. Here's another set monster. That might be a Raikou. It could be a Lady in the White. Or it could be another copy of Skull Servant specifically. It's possible Yell's also playing Return from the Different Dimension, something like that, to get his Skull Servants out of the banish zone. Even Burial from the Different Dimension to abuse Mizuki and Plague, which are 2 cards that you normally play in the Skull Servant deck. Brain Control getting played. I don't like this play. I really just don't like this play. I think that you need to hold the Brain Control for later plays. This is just a weird one. My God. Okay, let's see it. Let's see the mills. There's Aaron. There's Raikou. There's Celestia. Yeah, I really don't like that brain control. That was a bad brain control. There's one King of the Skull Servants. Zombie Master, of course, excellent in this deck. Can bring back your main beater. Jane getting milled. Lady in the White Skull Servant, 3 Skull Servants already. Mizuki to bring back the king, 4 Skull Servants. Charge the Life Brigade. What an... Oh my god, I'm so happy I caught this match from the start. That's fucking awesome. That's so fucking cool. Mizuki can bring back the 3,000 King of the Skull Servant. He could even take this 2,500. Who gives a shit? Sure, deal 2,500. I've still got Necro Gardener. Oh my god, and he's got Gores. The man's got Gores. That's disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting. What a fucking play from Yell. What a fucking play. Magical Merchant into the nuts. The absolute nuts. So the Lady in the White counts as Skull Servant in the graveyard, which pumps up King of the Skull Servants. He gets 1,000 attack for every Skull Servant in your graveyard and King of the Skull Servants. So right now, we got the 2 Lady in the Whites and the single Skull Servant. That's a 3,000 King of the Skull Servants. Gonna use Charge first to mill. I like the sequencing from Yell. Mills Heavy Storm, Lila, and Lady in the White. Oh my god, that's a 4,000 King. That is a 4,000 King of the Skull Servants. Look at that fucking pose. He's like, come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. I got 4,000 fucking attack. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Please summon it. Please summon the king. Please summon it. One time, Yell. For the fans. No, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Oh, I guess this is lethal. But you didn't lethal with the king. Ah, Yell. That was suboptimal. Suboptimal. Just kidding. Should have gone for the king. Always go for the king. That's funny. That was crazy. No, I think Guido played those turns like unbelievably poorly. Unbelievably poorly. You don't even need to make Stardust that early like that. You don't even need to do anything like that. It's just like... What was the Stardust accomplishing? Protecting your Solemn? Like, that doesn't even do anything. Also, this is going to be a tough matchup for Guido, especially if he's on Norlaris. Mizuki back king under Norlaris. GG. The King of the Skull Servant. Attack over 5-headed dragon. GG. My goodness. That's so funny. This is going to be a tough matchup for Guido. I don't think he's going to be able to do it without, like, significant number of soul releases. For Yell, he's going to be able to bring in DD Crows. He's going to be able to bring in Book of Lives to fuck with his opponent's strategy. This is going to be a pretty free one for Yell, I think. It's going to be a pretty free one. I actually really like Yell's deck. I'll probably do a video with it in the next few days. Big fan of the Skull Servant strategy. Yes, it is a little clunky. You do have to play 9 bricks, but, you know, whatever. It's a good time. All right. Yell going second. Guido gets to go first. We'll see if there's a turn 1 Norlaris or a turn 1 Future Fusion. Guido also on over 40 cards. I think that's a terrible choice in decks like this that want to open Future Fusion. And a lot of the cards in his deck that we saw last game, like Solemn Judgment, shouldn't be in your deck. Like, straight up just shouldn't be in your deck. Like, cut that card from your deck and play 40 cards. Like, why do you need to play Solemn Judgment in the Norlaris deck? Why do you need that? You can't Solemn Judgment DD Crow. It doesn't protect your power play. You know what I mean? I don't like that. It conflicts with having to side in decrees and whatnot. It's just a mess. It's all a mess. All a mess. Oh my god. Charge mills nothing but gasoline in this deck. King of the Skull Servants already 2,000 attack points if it's coming from the hand. If Yell's bringing it back from the grave, it is still 1,000 beater, which is real pressure. Very real pressure. Gonna set that Raikou. Potentially could also be a merchant. End phase ends the turn. Yell's position, I'd love it if my opponent set 3 back row and passed. Like, please do that against my really slow mill deck. Just give me all the turns I need to do what I need to do. Guido really needs Kawaki, Mero, Drago. That's one way he can defeat this deck. But the issue is normal summon King of the Skull Servants just runs it over. It was a merchant. It was a mix-up. Let's see if Guido has the skill drain, if he's on that technology. A lot of times, these Dark Dragon decks will side skill drain. Looks like he's not. Ooh, bit of an unfortunate merchant. Still got a Skull Servant name and a Lightsworn name. Plus, Monster Reincarnation is really good. It can add back either the King or the Judgment Dragon or the Lumina. So I actually think it's not a bad hit. Nice little +1. Lila going to be able to play through one of the back rows. Oh, there's Torrential. Still, though, that's kind of what you wanted, Aziel. You kind of wanted your Lila to trade with the back rows. The Magical Merchant already got its plus. The Lila traded with the back row. Unfortunately, you didn't get the end phase mill of the Lila, but, you know, that's kind of what you wanted. 1 for 1? Oh my god, that's so fire. That's so fire. Pitch Wolf. Okay, so now you've got 3 Lightsworn names. You're 1 Lightsworn name away from JD. And that's dangerous because the Monster Reincarnation could very easily pitch the 4th name. Here comes a 3000 King of the Skull Servant. That's stronger than anything except Dark Horus from Yugioh. Or the Dark Creator in defense. Damn. Torrential Tribute in this deck, not making a lot of sense. I'm going to be real. Your whole point with this deck is to set up a board, and you don't want to torrential away your own board. That's just dumb. That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. Mirror Force makes a little bit more sense. I would play Mirror Force in that deck. Maybe in the side deck, maybe. Maybe. Unfortunately for Yell, he's going to lose all his advantage, but he does have 4 Skull Servants and King of the Skull Servants engraved, so the last King of the Skull Servants is going to be 4K. Caught in 4K. Damn. Allure of Darkness. Finally a draw spell from Yugioh. Started off really slow for him, but, you know, he's picking up some speed with the Allure. This is basically this format's Graceful Charity. Very powerful. Going to banish Jinzo. Again, why the fuck is this in your deck against the deck that does not play trap cards very clearly? Hand Destruction? Oh, whoa, what the fuck is this? This is wild. This is some sort of brew creation. Is this Singleton? Is this Highlander? I don't understand. What are they playing? Gonna pitch double Raikou. That gives him both Lightsworn names for the... Or not both Lightsworn names, but 2 of the 4th name for JD. JD could very easily come down here, put the opponent to 4,000, and then a Book of Life should close things out. There's JD. Yeah, this is game. This is game. Hand Destruction's an interesting card, though. I do want to try it out here and there. Space Typhoon's still in the deck. Space Typhoon and Jinzo, both terrible inclusions against Skull Servant Lightsworn. They're obviously not going to be playing trap cards against you, and if they are, it's going to be Royal Decree. So, yeah, I don't get it. Just the Judgment Dragon attack, interesting. Electing not to use his reincarnation prematurely means maybe he didn't quite have game. Either that or he was scared of Gores. End phase, Yell has to mill 4. Looks like he's going to forget. I'm not going to interfere, but he would have to mill 4 cards here with Judgment Dragon. So that's a bit of a misstep from both players, not noticing that. Here comes Red Eyes Wyvern, banish for Red Eyes Darkness Metal. This could bring out Dark Horus, maybe break the board up a little bit. No, that doesn't do anything. JD is still bigger than both of these cards. Mizuki goes to the grave, and that's not good. That's not good. It would be funny if Yell could, you know, JD 4 times. He was supposed to mill 4 at the end phase, so this card drawn should have been a card milled, but you know what? Sometimes you miss those things. You just see red because you have multiple Judgment Dragons, and you're just like, fuck it. I'm going to kill my opponent. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. He's going to Monster Reincarnation, pitch Gareth, bring back Judgment Dragon. No, he's going to have back King. That's a little weird. I probably would have brought back JD. Because King's only 3k. If you had milled 4, might have been a little bit better. Yeah, this is a worse play than just getting back the other JD. I guess. I wonder if Yell's realizing he should have milled on the last end phase. Quite yet. Yeah, this play was a little bit worse. You have Mizuki and Grave. You just get back JD and then you Mizuki back the King. He's going to remember the mill this turn. Mill's Plague, which is good. But that's about it. Monster Reincarnation going is not the best. Although I will say I've been loving this card lately. I think Monster Reincarnation is a really good card in Edison format that a lot of decks could play. Yell 1. Yell leaves the GGs politely with his King of the Skull Servants deck. And that was a good bonus match. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. E3 Yu-Gi-Oh! Signing off. Peace.